Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday. How y'all doing? And we're back, and we're back, and we're back for another Car Chronicles, guys. Good morning. I hope you guys slept well last night. I did, I guess. I don't know, shit. I'm still a little tired. But nevertheless, we are up and out. I'm ready for another day, honey, to get through the day. The weather is getting a little chilly a little bit. As y'all can see, I got on long sleeves today, baby. Got on long sleeves today. Yes, honey, it's getting a little chilly. The weather's starting to change. We're getting into fall. Yes, we are, honey. It's gonna be hoodie weather soon. It's gonna be cuddle weather soon. Well, it's cuddle weather all the time in my house, but it's gonna be cuddle weather. Okay, big girls about to be in style again, girl. Yes, Lord, they are, honey. The big girls, baby, this is your season, honey. Cuddle weather. Yes, they are, honey. The men gonna be looking for the big girls so they can have that cuddle weather, honey. Yes, Lord, honey. So y'all day is here, baby. Yes, let me stop. Woo, nothing against the big girls, honey. Caramel used to be a little thickums. She used to be a little thickums at one point in time, baby. But we kind of took our health a little more serious. All right, we cut back on the biscuits and gravy and shit like that. Yeah, so now bitch is slim thick over here. Okay, yes we are. Anywho and anyway, let's get on with the show, child. I'm already woke up on my bullshit this morning. I ain't even child. But thank you guys. Hopefully you guys had a chance to check out our pop-in yesterday. We had a pretty good time. We dragged a little bit. We acted a fool a little bit. Y'all know how I get, y'all, sometimes. I don't never know when it's going to come on me. And y'all know I live to act a fool. And that's exactly what I did yesterday. I go back and look at my videos sometimes. I be like, bitch, oh, you were doing the absolute most. But I loved it. Anywho, child. Y'all know I be on it. We had a little troll in there, child. Oh Lord, I didn't have no mods. Y'all left me hanging last night, but I still loved it, y'all. I loved it, y'all. Okay, so we appointed two new mods. Okay, because I ain't had no mods last night. We had folk acting up in the chat, so Cameron had to stop her chat and handle a little bitch last night. But we still got through it, and we still had a great show. So hey, it is what it is. That just comes with the territory. We're gonna have folk that just want to be important and hop in folk chats and be talking shit and stuff, and we had to handle that. All right. Then pull the hood out of me. I'm like, bitch, what's your location? I was ready to pop a bitch. Because y'all know how I get over here, child. But nevertheless, it's all good and gravy. All right, great morning to you all. Happy Tuesday and great morning. Hopefully you got your coffee and tea, got where you need to be. All right, we rolling. Let's go ahead and do the disclaimer. Everything said in the video is alleged in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. Again, fair use and entertainment. Okay? Yes. Ooh, let's get the air back, baby, because I'm cold. All right. Celebrity news is always first, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right. Mr. Jonathan Majors is up first. He is accused of staging a fight video. Okay? They're saying he is accused of staging a fight video. Most of you guys may have seen this online. All right, so they're saying the viewers react to Jonathan Majors shown on a video footage of him breaking up a fight between two women, you guys, at an In-N-Out Burger. And people feel that the fight was staged by it being a coincidence that it was one day before his actual court date. Okay, so we're saying he's gonna stage this fight. He's trying to make himself look like he's the good Samaritan out here breaking up this fight between two disgruntled females who were going at each other, and they was, you know, ripping each other hair out and all that. So he done got in the middle of, no, don't do that. Y'all stop. You know, Dr. King died for us that we can be better than this. He was on that type shit. So they're saying that just one day before Jonathan was due back in court, that the footage emerged showing Jonathan Majors intervening in the between the fight between the two teenage girls. All right, it seemed a little random because I don't know, it looked random to me, but y'all go and look at the video for yourself. It's all over social media. Now they're saying that many on social media feel that the fight was, like I said, staged to show Jonathan in a different light after he was accused of assault months ago ahead of his court date. The fight was actually this past Thursday, September 14th is when the fight occurred. He was due in court on the 15th of September, okay? So coincidentally, he's showing, hey, he out here saying, I'm a court judge. I'm out here breaking up fights and all that. I'm not the one that's the aggressor. I'm the one, you know, I'm the victim here. That's what he wanted to make it look like. So they said that the video shows Jonathan swiftly, honey, entering the scene and getting between the two girls to end the quarrel. All right. And the girls were seen exchanging blows while Jonathan pulled them apart, which they eventually went their separate ways, as seen on the video, okay? Which they did, all right? So, of course, TMZ caught up with Jonathan as he says that he did not know the girls and he was not trying, and that he was only trying to help them, okay? They caught up with him, and they were saying that he is due in court, of course, for that next day for domestic violence, assault, and harassment charges. Now, he did recently go online on social media and show pictures from the assault where he had like a gash in his head. He was bleeding. So he was shown that he did show pictures where he was attacked in that particular incident. So y'all know he's trying to get this thrown out. They still have not found his alleged ex-girlfriend. They said that she left the damn country. She hopped the flight and left the country. So I don't know if they're going to throw it out on the strength of the fact that she probably is not going to show up in court. So I don't know. That would be great for him if she don't show up, you know, because, I mean, hell, how's she going to testify if she ain't there? Or are they just going to go through and take her statement that they took from her whenever the incident occurred? I don't know. But we'll keep you guys updated on how that turns out, okay? Moving on, honey. King Harris, T.I. and Tiny's troubled son, honey, is in trouble again. Lord Jesus, I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. I'm sick of him. He remind me, y'all remember that movie or The Mask? And I don't like to be talking about people kids. Well, he's not really a kid no more. He's an adult. So game on, bitch. But anyway, y'all remember that movie back in the day called The Mask, where Cher used to play in that movie? King reminds me of that little kid, the little boy on The Mask. That's what he reminds me of. Not to be. I know that's a little mean, but I don't know shit. King reminds me of the little boy off the movie The Mask. Do y'all remember that movie? Cher, the singer Cher, played the boy's mama in the movie. The boy named I can't remember his name in the movie, but the movie is called The Mask. Anyway, that's who King, T.I. and Tiny's son remind me of. The little boy off the movie The Mask with Cher. He do his badass. They have not given him any type of discipline, and it shows. He is just out of control. His mouth is reckless. He stayed, coming for people and saying stuff out of order and doing shit that's out of order. And he feels like he's untouched and that nobody can check him. We've seen several videos of him hopping his ass online, just saying all types of outlandish shit and doing all types of outlandish shit. And his parents don't ever check him. They always come to his defense when he do crazy shit like that. And now he's in a lot of trouble for some stuff that he just recently did. Let's go ahead and talk about it. They said that T.I. and Tiny's son King Harris faces backlash after he was seen on video offering a homeless man $50 to participate in the controversial one chip challenge. Now y'all know the one chip challenge is where they have these really, really hot chips with like the ghost peppers, guys, where it's like unbearable. It's so hot, it's so unbearable to where your nose be running, your eyes be running, you're coughing, and a lot of people like lose their breath because it's so freaking hot. Like this is beyond hot. Y'all know ghost peppers is hot as hell. So they created these chips where they started doing this challenge of people who eat the chips, and it's supposed to be like a game to see if you can eat the chips, and you can do it within so many minutes without indulging in something to drink. And then a lot of times there's a prize at the end of that, okay? Yeah, it's stupid as hell. I would never do no stupid shit like that. I mean, it burns to where it burns your tongue, and no matter how much you drink right after, your ass is still burning. So why would somebody want to participate in that? Let's continue. They're saying that days ago, before a teen actually did this to the homeless man, they're saying that a teen actually passed away after doing the one chip challenge in Massachusetts, okay? And the chips have now been pulled from shelves and internet sources to where they cannot be purchased because it's dangerous, that particular brand. And other companies have started removing it as well because it's dangerous. And it is. It is. So they're saying that T.I. and Tiny's son King, however, got his hands on one of the extra spicy chips, okay, and offered it to the homeless man and offered him $50 to consume it, okay? This is some stupid shit. Meanwhile, he is recording this on video to post it for likes and views, okay? Yeah, I don't like stuff like that. So they're saying in the video that recently shared on social media that King presented a homeless man with the chips and promised to pay him the $50 if he could go 5 minutes consuming it without drinking anything, okay? So it says as the man ate the chip, they said that King and others who gathered around him cheered him on, and they were laughing. Okay, it says the king then tells the man to open his mouth when you swallow the chips. Okay, it says that the man goes to drink the water because it became unbearable and it was burning. King told him no, not yet. He was stopping the man from trying to drink the water, and he was telling him no, don't drink it yet, because he wanted him to go to 4 or 5 minutes, but he was burning so bad to he had to go ahead and consume some water. So King kept telling him, no, you got 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes to go. So it says that the man was seen groaning and jumping up and down because it was so unbearable, and he was in pain, and it got to the point to where he even started crying. And King and his friends and people that were gathered around were laughing and still videoing this man for likes and views. Okay. So it says that the man couldn't take the burn any longer. So King tells the homeless man, well, you lost. You lost the challenge. And King then just only gave the man $20 versus the $50 that he promised to pay him for consuming the chips. He consumed it. He consumed it, but he did not go to 5 minutes. He still should have given him the $50 just on the strength that he is homeless. He does need food. The situation that he's in alone, you should have just given it to him. You had it to give to him, but you wanted to have a video moment to embarrass this man and use him for clicks and views on your little channel to humiliate him. I don't like stupid shit like that. I don't like that. King is not a child anymore. People still see him as being a kid. He's not a kid. He's an adult. He should be held liable for the mess that he does as an adult. But when you don't have parents that hold you accountable for things and allow you to just do stuff because that's all they've allowed you to do your entire life, this is the outcome of the type of the person that you raised. King is very problematic. King is very problematic. All right. Now, people online, they were outraged that King pretty much duped the man and that he would do him that way, and said that they felt that he should have just given the man the full $50 versus the $20. Okay, because that was just too much. The man had broke down crying, and King was preventing him from drinking the water. He was burning, and they filming this and laughing, and he's posting this. He went live to post this man. So they're saying that the teen who actually passed away in Massachusetts on the one chip challenge at his high school. Now, he was at his high school when this particular chip challenge, this one chip challenge, took place. And the chips were so hot to this boy fainted. So they're saying that the school nurse later, once they got him, to wake back up or whatever, the school nurse sent him home, where he later passed away from doing this chip challenge. Okay, I kind of blame the school on that, because even though he did take it at the school, the nurses, I don't feel like should have just taken him home like that without having proper medical attention given to him. If he fainted, obviously it's something that was a little bit more deeper than the chips just being hot. So the fact that they sent this boy home and then he later passed away when he went home, now, of course, the parents are suing the school for this particular incident taking place and their son passing away from this stupid chip challenge. I don't know why people do it. I keep saying it's so dangerous. Now, like I said, the chips were removed from stores and online for purchase. Okay, so we'll see what happens with this. King, baby, you need to be, he needs some discipline. King got a lot of scrutiny behind this, you guys. He got a lot of scrutiny behind this. And a lot of people saying he should have just either went and bought this man some food, or either just went ahead and gave him the $50, because all of that just was not worth it. And he felt like he did nothing wrong. He thought the shit was funny. All right. T.I. and Tiny, they, of course, they haven't said anything about it, because they never do. They don't really say much until people really lean in on King and go off on him and say a lot of stuff. Like, they jumped in when people was picking at him about them big ass teeth that he just went and got. He just went and got some new veneers, where he went out of the country and had somebody do some new veneers on him, and people were clowning the hell out of him. Now T.I. and Tiny want to speak up. Oh, don't talk about our son like that. Okay, but what about now that he is online now for this scrutiny of doing what he did to this homeless man? You guys are very mute now. You guys are very mute now. We haven't heard from you. We need to hear from you. You need to issue some type of video, and he needs to issue a public apology for the bullshit that he has done with this situation. That's wrong. Don't use people for your own personal laughing. Don't make him a laughing stock for your own personal gain and clicks and likes and views. Like, that's stupid as hell. Let's move on to the next topic, child. Oh my God, that made me so mad when I saw it. When I saw the video, I said, this is just, why? Like, why? Out of all the things you could have done, video yourself giving this man $50 and say, hey, go get you something to eat. I see you in this situation. Go get you something to eat. Video yourself doing that. But King always got to be seen in videos doing shit that's just so uncouth. No training, no home training whatsoever. He is problematic. I see jail time for him. And I don't like to speak that into people's life. But if he don't turn his life around and change his ways and the way that he act online, he is going to be in jail. And his parents ain't going to be able to do shit. Your celebrity ain't going to be able to get him out of the shit that he is going to be facing if he don't change the way he acts. Okay? Period. Period. The wages of sin is death. I ain't said the good book said it. I don't want to go all biblical. But if you don't train your children in the way that they should go, the streets, honey, will handle that thing. And when the police get their hands on them, ain't shit you can do. When the system get their hands on them, don't come up there then wanting to be speaking up because you didn't speak up before. Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy when he's acting out. Okay? Period. And that go for any other parent. Don't sit back and watch your kids be on the bullshit and do stuff and get mad at other people because they say something and you don't correct that behavior. And then when the system get them, then you want everybody else to rally around you and you want to get on the news and you want people to jump in then. Now you want to speak up. Now you want help. Now you want to be a parent. It starts when they're small. Teach them right from wrong. And when they become of age, they will not depart from that. Moving on. See how we tied that thing in there? Kirk Franklin is reunited. And it feels so good, y'all. I put that on there. I said I got to put that on this topic. Kirk Franklin just got some good news, okay, that he recently found his biological dad. Okay? He found his biological dad. That's great. Now, they're saying that Kirk Franklin, who is 53 years old, you guys know who he is, Mr. Stomp Honey, Mr. Cuss Your Son Out, him. I'll never forget that. I will never forget that, Kirk, okay? Because, baby, you cussed him out royally. Do you hear me? But this says that Kirk Franklin, baby, who is 53 years old, says that he was adopted as a kid. Says that he recently was at a family funeral, okay, on April 2023, at which he did not get to attend, okay. But word got out that an attendee named Richard Herbert previously dated Kirk's biological mom, okay, that was at the funeral. This person was at the funeral. Rumors, okay, that said, circulated that he may be Kirk's biological dad, prompting them to complete a DNA test, okay? Now, Kirk says that several people have claimed to be his dad throughout the years, but this time he said it was different, okay? Of course they are. You're famous, you got money. Of course they want to be your dad, shit. Okay, so they're saying that the DNA that they provided, they actually did, proved to show that the man was Kirk's dad. Ain't that something? After all these years, 53 years, he never knew who his father was. So a DNA test, this man pops up at a funeral where people who he thought was his family or people that he saw was his family, he was there. And they did the DNA test and he found out to be his dad. So they said that Kirk decided to go and meet the man, which then he realized that the whole time how close the man actually lived to him. Okay, the man actually lived close to him. Okay, he didn't realize it after all this time. Okay, Kirk notes that the man actually lived right down the street from his actual studio all this time. So he didn't know that. That's great. So both Kirk and his dad, okay, were seen on video embracing each other. And they were both very emotional. Okay, Kirk says that the man didn't even know that he had a son. All right, so Kirk then went and visited his mom, who he had not seen in 23 years. Ain't that something? The mom, she's tried to dispute that the man was actually Kirk's dad, okay? And she requested that they do a second DNA test, which that was done. And the test once again came back that, of course, the man was the father. I said, well, why are they doing all these damn DNA tests? Do the mama need to go to Mari Povich? Mari, do you need to get in the middle of this? Y'all know they do that. Y'all know that's the DNA test right there. The DNA show. Do mama need to be on Mars because you don't know who Kirk daddy is? I don't want to be too messy. But how you don't know why they got to do two tests? If they already did one and they said that's the daddy now, why you want a second one? You know you were busting it wide open with old boy, Mr. Herbert. You know that's your baby daddy. That's just your baby daddy. Why you acting all brand new now? Child. That's your baby daddy, girl. That's what the DNA test has said. Okay, I ain't say it. But anywho, they says that Kirk also recently met up with his son Carrion. Y'all know his son Carrion, the one that video recorded him cussing him out. Okay, y'all remember Kirk was going, I will break your mother effing neck. That was Kirk in the video, y'all. I said, not Pastor Kirk. Not Pastor Kirk cussing like this in the video, Lord. Oh, child, he cussed him out so bad. I felt like I was cussed out when I watched the video. I felt like Kirk was talking to me when he cussed his son out in that damn video. Him and his son had like a verbal altercation on the phone, and his son decided to record the conversation, and Kirk was cussing him out, threatening to break his neck, threatening to put his foot up his ass, like all that. And Kirk was using the mother effing words. Like, I was like, oh, Jesus. Sir, you are a man of the cloth. Like, this is a lot. Oh, Jesus. All right, so Kirk, like I said, has recently met up with his son, Carry-On. Okay, like I said, the one who he cussed out, child, and decides to reconcile with him, and they decided to put their differences aside. As you guys know, they were estranged for quite some time. His son has been online several times, and even on the show on Zeus, okay, that he was on, and he expressed how Kurt pretty much kind of ghosted him and did not actually see him as his son. He also came out as being gay. He was saying that Kurt was not accepting of him because of that, which he was kind of estranged for some years from Kurt. He wanted to have a relationship with him, but he was saying that Kurt claimed all of his other kids and not him. So it became kind of problematic between the two of them, to where his son started speaking out and blasting Kurt, to where that pissed Kurt off. And then they were heard in a conversation to where his son was confronting him about the things that Kurt was doing and not doing in terms of acknowledging him, to where Kurt flew off the handle and cussed him out royally. So now Kurt has decided to reconcile with him and put their differences aside, which I think is great. So it's like a 2-for-1. Kurt met his father after 53 years of never knowing him, and now he's decided to reach out to and reconcile with his son, which I totally agree with that. That's your son. No matter what your child do, you still their parent. Don't matter how old they get, you are still their parent. They asked to be here. You got other children. It's not fair that you take family photos and he's not there. Invite him there. Y'all take some therapy, figure out what it is, talk it out, figure out what it is that's causing you two to keep bumping heads. It could be that you have a lot of similarities. A lot of times when you can't get along with your parents, go and look at behavior. Those patterns can be very similar, to where you just can't, you're looking at yourself, you're mirroring yourself. Your child is acting like you and you can't stand that shit. So you lash out because you don't want to accept the fact that you know, at some point in your life have been an ain't shit parent, and then your child is kind of getting on your nerves and doing some shit that's pissing you off. You're not realizing that that's a lot of your behaviors. Your child is acting like you and you can't take it. You got a smart ass mouth, but you did. Okay, and I'm not saying that, you know, a lot of parents like to use that do as I say, not as I do thing, and it is what it is. Okay, I say the same shit too. My son got a smart ass mouth, so do I. That's something I'm gonna have to work on with him. Okay, because he done saw his mama be that way, so he want to be that way. Period. But bottom line is, I said all that to say this: it's beautiful that the two of them have decided to reconcile, reunite. He's reunited with his biological father. Hopefully they can heal, because obviously the both of them have daddy issues. Kurt have daddy issues because he was going through a point in time where he had pornographic issues. All he wanted to do was sit around all day and watch porn. Okay? He has anger issues. A lot of that could come from not having your father in your life. It comes from a place, and you have to figure out where that hurt place comes from and work on that. His son has daddy issues because Kurt was not there for him while they were estranged. So prayers to them, and hopefully they can figure that out, because listen, family is everything. When that person is gone, you can't fix it. And every day that you allow to go by, you are losing time in terms of fixing things. And you can't look back on it later on when they're gone and say, I wish. You have that time now. Put your differences aside. Being mad, let it go. Figure it out. Move on. Reconcile and be happy. You only get one life. Okay? You only get one life. Kurt has since put out a 35-minute video showing the union between he and his father. Okay? And I think his son is going to be in that video as well, where he will be releasing it, called the Father's Day, a Kirk Franklin story, okay, which they said has already premiered as of September 15th. So you guys can go out there and check it out if you would like. All right, but like I said, I'm glad they reconciled. So he did get it on video, and hey, praise God for that, honey. So Carry On is now back with his father, which is where he wanted to be, because baby, he was crying and everything online. I said, Lord, I want them to fix this, because I don't like to see a man cry. And you can tell he was very, very sincere with his tears and how he felt. He really wanted Kurt in his life. So I'm glad they reconciled. That's beautiful. All right, moving on. Yesterday, we talked about Sergio Brown and the fact that his 73-year-old mother, they found her in a creek behind her home, unalived, all right? Yes. Now, yesterday, like I said, we talked about him. Now, there has been an update, all right? Now, the family of ex-NFL player Sergio Brown is desperate to find the athlete after his 73-year-old mom was found unalived, okay, behind her house in that creek. Now, Sergio, a recent video has surfaced where Sergio, you guys, was posted in a video on his personal account, and he's speaking. So he is alive. You can say that. Because yesterday I kept saying, Lord, I hope he is alive. I hope nobody has unalived him as well as his mom. He is alive. I saw the video. He looks very out of it mentally. You could tell he was not there. He done checked out, baby. Mentally, he has checked out. So, yeah, let's talk about it, y'all. Because I was like, sir, you need some help. So his ass, check out where he is. Former NFL player calls out what he says is fake news. He's saying that the fact that his mom was found unalive is fake news. That's when I knew something was wrong with him, because police have already released a statement saying that the 73-year-old mom was indeed found unalive behind her home in a creek. He's saying that in his video where he recorded with Mexican music playing in the background, because he is in Mexico. Just to let y'all know, Sergio Brown is in Mexico. He had that Mexican music playing in the background. That shit was playing in the background. All right, so y'all now have to give y'all a visual. All right, all that shit was playing loud in the background, and he trying to talk over there. But anyway. So, his video, baby, they reported that he was missing, all right? He's reporting in the video that all the shit that y'all heard on the news is all lies, that he's fine, there ain't nothing happened to his mama, and she ain't unalived, all right? So, his family is, I told you I was on one this morning. So, his family is worried about him, like, what the hell he doing all the way in Mexico after we done found out that mama done been unalived? Like, your ass need to be here and figuring out what's going on with mama and why mama ain't here no more. All right. Now, Sergio said that of course, y'all know he's in Mexico. They're saying that he may have some mental illness going on. That's what the family is saying. That Sergio, baby, may have some mental illness, and you can see it in the video. Like I said, that shit was playing in the background loud as hell. Under the telemundo. And that's him. Yeah, this is fake news. Yeah, I just want to let y'all know this is fake news. He was on that shit. I was like, first of all, turn that shit down, because I can't hardly hear what you're saying. It's a distraction. I need to hear you, because we've been looking for your ass. You've been, where is Waldo out this bitch? We've been looking for you. And now we put the burrito down, Sergio. Put the burrito down and get your ass to the airport and get your ass back to the States. What you doing in Mexico and your mama been unalive? Did you do it? Allegedly. Because people were asking, did he do that shit? What you doing in Mexico? All of a sudden, you was there with mama. Now mama's unalived in a creek. Now your ass in Mexico over there eating burritos and tacos, listening to Mexican music. Like, what the hell? Sir. Now, Sergio is seen, like I said in the video, saying that it's all fake news and that the FBI busted in his house without a warrant and kidnapped him twice on Bob Marley's birthday. What Bob got to do with this? This is the shit he was saying. That's how I knew he was gone up here. Said the police, I'm going to say it again, the FBI, he says that this is fake news, that ain't nothing happened to his mama, even though it's on the news, and they've already, announced that his 73-year-old mom has been deceased, and that they found her body. This mug is saying that it's fake news and that the FBI busted into his house without a warrant, kidnapped him twice on Bob Marley's birthday. What Bob got to do with this? What Bob got to do with this? I don't understand. I said, yeah, this mug done checked out. All right, put the damn burrito down, get your ass to the airport and get back here and answer to what is going on with your mom and how this happened, and let the police know if you know anything about what happened. But damn all that other stuff. Obviously, this is not fake news, because the shit is on the news that your mom has been unalive. So obviously you know something, because you done took your ass to Mexico all of a sudden, thinking that you cannot be extradited. I don't know what happened over there at the house with you and old mama. Okay? I don't know what happened. Because it looks like in the video that his mind has snapped. He don't look like he's all the way there. So I'm praying that he did not have something to do with this. I was looking at the comments. A lot of people were saying they feel like he might have something to do with this situation, which is why he done ran his ass to Mexico. And y'all know that's what a lot of people do. They commit crimes to take their ass out of the country or go to Mexico thinking they cannot be extradited. You need to bring your ass back here and figure out, okay, what is going on. Now, turn yourself in and go talk to the police. Stop talking about they done took your ass, done kidnapped you twice. Boy, ain't nobody grabbed you. You see you out here on your Carly Russell. See, you the male version of Carly damn Russell. Next, you're going to be talking about a child you done saw on the damn side of the road. Bring your ass back to the States and answer these charges. Done fled to damn Mexico over there eating burritos and everything else O's over there. Y'all know everything in with an O in Mexico. But let's get on, child. Oh, Lord. Fans petition on, honey, to ask Kimmy and Maurice to be removed from Love and Marriage Huntsville. They are tired of their storyline. They're sick of this same shit that they keep regurgitating. Fans are getting tired and burnt out over Kimmy and Maurice's storyline, and they are requesting with OWN and petitioning that Kimmy and Maurice be removed from Love and Marriage Huntsville. I agree. Where do I sign? I want to sign first. Shit, I want to sign twice. Because I done said the other day, and I keep saying it, I'm sick and tired of Kimmy and Maurice. They don't have a storyline. They don't bring anything to the show. It's very lackluster. They are trying to avoid talking about what's really going on with them and their marriage and the fact that it's really going down the drain. Kimmy, you are staying with Maurice because of all the things that you've invested in him, and you don't want to lose out on your investment. You know you ain't happy. Everybody can see you ain't happy. He's very disrespectful to you. You're not pleasing him sexually, so he ain't happy. So two people staying together that ain't happy on the strength of she done paid for you to go out here and get this damn law certificate, and she done paid to get your credit right. She done paid to make you look like somebody, and she done spoke up so that the both of you guys could actually be on Love and Marriage Huntsville. According to an interview or according to a video that I saw between the two of them, Kimmy was the one who actually spoke up and actually got them on the show. Maurice ain't shit to do with it. So Kimmy don't want to lose out on her investment because she's invested so much into Maurice. So she's going to hold on to this marriage and just be miserable on the strength of the fact that she's invested too much. And she don't want to lose out and make Kyria will feel like she won. Y'all know how it be. Women know the man ain't shit, but they going to stay with him anyway. Because you don't want the other woman to have him or other people to be able to say, I told you so, girl. Now, fans in a Facebook group is, like I said, petitioning OWN to remove Kim and Maurice from Love and Marriage Huntsville because they are tired of the cancer storyline as well as the non-sex storyline between the two of them. I'm sick of that shit, too. It's worn out. You, like I done said, you done beat the dead horse, child. The horse is laying out there in the pastures, honey, on his he's sick of the shit, too. All right? The horse is sick of it. I'm tired of it. The viewers is tired of it. It's time to move on. All right? Period. Fans feel that Kimmy and Maurice are avoiding, like I said, talking about their real issues, and they are dragging out their storylines, and fans have had enough. They had enough of that shit. Now, one fan wrote that Carlos King is allowing this storyline to continue to regurgitate itself because he has some type of, he's sad at the fact that his mother went through the same thing that Kimmy is going through. So he's allowing her to continue to tell her story because it's relatable, okay? They're sick of that and they're saying, hey, it's time to move on. We done heard about this. We're sorry that she's going through what she's going through. What else is going on? What else is going on? All right. Another fan wrote that they are tired of Kimmy and Maurice and watching Maurice disrespect Kimmy on TV. They don't think that it's cute. They don't want to continue to see it. Another fan wrote, please remove Kimmy and Maurice from the show. That says that they're tired of them acting like that they're a happy couple, and Maurice continues to make a fool of Kimmy. All right, this is what the comments are saying. Another one says that I don't find interest in their storyline. Please replace them with another couple and recast the show. That'll be a great thing. They're saying that Kimmy is such a beard to Maurice, and that they have so many other things that they could be talking about. And they would rather them just be off the show if they don't want to share their life. I agree. All right. Why does Maurice not discuss his cases that he's doing, since Kimmy paid all of this money for him to go out and get this certificate? He made that a part of his storyline, the fact that he was going to law school, and the fact that they showed a celebratory moment whenever he actually, they said, passed the bar. She said he passed the bar. So if y'all could share that, then why are you not showing what he's doing in terms of utilizing this certificate? Why are they not showing that? We keep seeing you guys talking about Maurice not getting enough sex and Kimmy not being able to put out in the bedroom, and she's still talking about his cancer situation. People are burnt out. They're tired of it. So they're saying if they're not willing to share what's going on in their life, then they just want to go ahead and have them removed. So they have petitioned, and they've been writing to OWN, as well as asking that Kimmy and Maurice be removed from the show, you guys. Now, y'all know that Maurice married an older woman. Kimmy is much older than Maurice. Okay? She's much older. Kimmy's getting ready to be going through menopause very, very soon. Now, you unhappy at the fact that she's not sexually pleasing you. Get ready, because when menopause comes, that's going to be another issue. So if you can't handle one situation, what makes you think you can handle another? Okay? Yeah. It's a lot of things that go on. Women body change a lot. She's going to be very irritable. She ain't going to want you all up on her humping and pumping and all that while she hot going through menopause. You're going to have to deal with that, in addition to not being able to get it on a regular like you enjoy. All right? Maurice is very selfish, and he's used to Kimmy doing whatever he wants her to do. But I feel like Maurice used Kimmy as a come-up to fix his life so that he can move on to the next young chick. And a lot of men do that. Look at Ernesto. We're going to talk about him in a minute. You got men out there that get with women that got their life together and see them as a come-up in an effort to fix their life, so that they can eventually move on to someone else that they're happy with. Maurice ain't happy with Kimmy. Kimmy was a means to fix him, fix his credit, fix his life, everything. He was living on the couch. She done moved him into her house, done paid for him to get this certificate so that he can have a job. He was only cutting hair. He was nobody and had nothing prior to Kimmy. So now that she's laid it all on the line, as I told y'all yesterday, they just had celebrated their 5-year anniversary. He says, I look forward to another 5 years with you instead of forever. So in the next 5 years, Kimmy got time to be doing more shit for him and fixing his life so that he can move on to a much younger woman who has a better libido, who looks better than her, that could do more for him in a sexual matter, because he has an issue. And she's not able to keep up with him like she used to before she got sick. He's very selfish and self-centered. All the Scott brothers are. Marceau does the same thing to Tisha. He's using her as a come-up, her credit, everything else. That's why she won't leave him, because she's too invested. She's too invested. You know she wants to leave, because why she keep asking Mel, how do you make it? How are you living your life now? How's life now that divorce, that you and Martell are divorced? How is it that you're able to bounce back after your divorce? She wants to leave, but she's thinking about all the things that she's thrown into the pile in an effort to build. I done told you, Marceau is a builder nigga. Maurice is a builder nigga. So when you put everything that you have on the line for a person, it's not so easy for you to cut strings and move on from them, because you have soul ties to them. There's a lot of ties that goes into them Scott brothers, baby, because they are controlling. They control their women mentally, physically, psychologically, emotionally. Marceau tells Tisha when to talk and when to shut up. Okay? Marceau tries to do the same thing with Kimmy, and he's slowly breaking her down. Kimmy is not mentally as strong as she used to be when we saw her seasons 1 and 2. It's the Scott way. That's how they like their women. Shut up and do what I say when I say. I'm going to manipulate you, and I'm going to gaslight the hell out of you. And you're going to stay and take it. And you're going to like it. That's their mentality. And it's sad. Because Kimmy used to be very strong-willed. She used to be the type of woman that say, you're not going to talk to me like that. I'm not putting up with that. Now she's the, okay, whatever you say, Maurice. She's in that mind frame. So he's broken her down to where he controls her now. In every sense of the word. She's lost herself in this marriage. She thought she had something that she did not have. You jumped into this situation not really knowing what you had in him, but you were looking at your life and realizing that you were an older woman and you didn't want to die alone. You didn't want to be alone. You wanted to have companionship, whether it came with someone who didn't have anything and you had to do everything for them. So you put all of that on the line. You risked everything for someone who was not worth it, only for them to turn around and publicly disrespect you and not give you what you want. So Maurice expects you to please him and fake for him for the fact that so that he can have what he wants, not caring if you are either sick or not getting what you want. Intimacy is an act that both parties should enjoy. So if it's only one-sided, then it becomes a selfish act. It becomes a selfish act. It does. And Kimmy is in a situation where she just can't get out. But she ain't gonna leave because, one, image. You don't want people talking about you, saying, I told you so. She don't want Kyle to come back in there because Kyle and Maurice was already trying to work their marriage out prior. So she don't want Maurice to be able to go back to Kyle. She don't want Maurice to go back to Kyle. It's something about her and Kyle. She's very, very nervous about Kyle. She don't want Maurice around Kyle. Okay, and I said before, I feel like Maurice was messing with both of them at the same time. Oh yes, he was. Oh yes, he was. Because why would she have the idea of they trying to work things out, and then out of the blue, he done got with Kimmy. Kimmy done promised him some stuff. Kimmy done got him off that couch. Kimmy done told him, I can do this for you, I can do that for you. Kyle didn't have as much pull as Kimmy. So he took the better route in terms of which woman can do the most for him. Y'all heard Kimmy already say, I promised him that we would at least try to be intimate twice a week or twice a day or something like that. That should just come naturally. Why you need to do a schedule? That's the same shit Tisha said in her interview. I put it on my schedule to please him, to wake up in the morning to give him HEAD. Why you need to do that? That should be spontaneous. I don't need to put on a schedule what I'm going to do to my husband. It just happens. Go in there and get your shower. Put your little shit on. Walk around a little bit. Show what you got on. Y'all know how it go. Y'all married. Y'all got a man. And even if you don't, you know how it go. Put that teddy on. Put that smell good on. Prance your ass around in the bedroom a little bit, and it's on. It's spontaneous. You don't need a schedule. You don't need to put a note on the refrigerator and say Thursday at 3:45 I need this or I need that. If you're doing that, that's sad. Y'all need therapy. I promise you need therapy. If you got to keep on your calendar when you please your significant other, you need counseling. Moving on, baby. Shirley Strawberry's husband, Ernesto Williams, is hit with 5 more charges this past Friday. Y'all ready for this? Now, we've been keeping up with the phone calls between Shirley Strawberry, Ernesto, and his side chick, Sonia. All right? I've been playing them for y'all. I've been keeping you guys updated on what's been going on with that. Some of you guys have been getting burnt out. A lot of you guys have been telling me that you enjoy it. So we will continue, which is why I put the videos at the end. So those of you that don't want to hear it, you can drop off from the video and you can still enjoy the rest of the news for that video, okay? Now, he's been hit with 5 more charges in addition to the 30 that he's already facing. Y'all ready for this shit? Now, Ernesto Williams, of course, you guys know he was arrested May 2022 while in possession of a pow-pow with a silencer. What you doing with that? As a felon, you're not even supposed to have one. But you got a silencer, which lets me know you trying to be doing some sneaky shit. If somebody got a silencer, they trying to get you without you knowing. That's what that were. All right, so Nesto, of course, was spotted in a stolen vehicle, they're saying, when officers followed him to an apartment complex where he was apprehended and arrested. This was before he was actually arrested and put in jail. All right. Now, they're saying December 2022, he was arrested on fraud and child inappropriate. I got to say it a different way, and y'all got to read between the lines if y'all know what I'm saying. He was arrested on fraud and child inappropriate behavior, okay? They're saying that Ernesto was also openly operating a credit repair scam along with his girlfriend, Erica King, who also pretended to be his attorney. This chick here is crazy. Now, they're saying on June 6, 2023, Ernesto pled guilty to being a felon in possession of a weapon, okay? He was also sentenced to 23 months in prison behind that, okay? Now, this past Friday, Ernesto was hit with 5 more charges, additionally, including the R word. You guys know what that is. Aggravated sexual battery, trafficking, and sodomy with an S on the front, okay? And assault. Y'all get where I'm going? Y'all got to put it together because y'all know YouTube be tripping. Okay, so yes, 5 additional charges, very, very serious. I spoke about it last night. I kind of hinted on it. Two of which of those people who were actually assaulted were his own children. In addition to Shirley Strawberry's daughter, of some inappropriate behaviors going on there, in addition to her grandchildren as well. So he is not allowed to be around animals, his own children, Shirley Strawberry's children, or her grandchildren. And there's a list of women who he violated, who he cannot be around as well, who also spoke up in court to say that they were afraid of him because of threats. Ernesto is dangerous. Ernesto is dangerous. Okay? If y'all been listening to the calls, you can tell how manipulative he is. That's how he got Shirley. That slick street talk. Okay? Shirley is very educated. So it's so crazy to me how all these things were able to go on under her nose, and it was undetected, to where y'all heard her on the video call saying that I don't know anything. I haven't seen anything. Lies. Lies. How can you stay in the house with a man and all of these things are going on? You know he don't have a reputable job. How is he coming home with all these things? How is he acquiring these things? Where is it coming from? I said the same thing about Phaedra Parks. And I'm going to say allegedly. It's impossible for you to live in a house with Apollo and he's coming home with brand new cars and all these new things and he don't have a job. Y'all saw in the episode on Real Housewives of Atlanta where he tried to surprise Phaedra with a brand new car and she told him, no, get this out of here. But then when he got caught with all these fraud charges and he was getting ready to face all this prison time, here she goes saying, I don't know anything. I ain't got nothing to do with this, da-da-da-da-da. But you knew that he was up to no good and you told him to get that car out of your yard. Why'd you tell him that? Because you knew he was up to no good and doing some fraud shit. You didn't want your name in that because you didn't want your lawyer license to be snatched up from you for participating in and or being a part of the shit that he was doing. And I said the same with Shirley Strawberry. She's very educated. She's very well spoken. She's a very smart woman. So miss me with the bullshit of you didn't know what Ernesto was doing. Y'all been put out of 3 homes where they're saying that he was doing fraud stuff on that, where they owe over $12,000 for a luxury condo and thousands of dollars for another house that Ernesto was signing fake checks in order to pay for those, in addition to his side chick who was living right beside him and Shirley. So you cannot tell me that you've been with this man for 8 years and he's been arrested all of 3 times while you were married to him and had several warrants at your own admission in a video called Shirley Strawberry, and you don't know anything. She kept saying, I don't know anything. I'm not going down there to talk to the police. Why would you not? If you're not guilty of anything, why would you not go down there and clear your name? Because you already said on the video that your name was signed on several documents that was unbeknownst to you. So why would you not go to the police station and say, hey, these documents were signed. This is not my signature. Here's my license. Compare the signature and see that I did not sign these documents. That's what I would have done. Knowing that your husband is facing all these charges that he's sitting on. And now they've added 5 additional serious charges, mind you, to Ernesto. Now, it is said that before, when Ernesto got arrested and got to 23 months in jail, that Shirley Strawberry wrote a letter to the judge pleading for her husband to be released on bond. But the judge ignored her request. All right? They've been telling Shirley Strawberry, do you know who you're married to? This person that you're married to is dangerous. And she won't hear it because she's so enamored with and trying to be the ride or die wife. Now, you guys know Shirley Strawberry's husband, Ernesto, like I said, the 5 new charges that he was hit with. Shirley Strawberry decided to stay with Ernesto, knowing the allegations of all the women that he violated, all the 30 crimes with the weapons and all this other stuff. We already know how the police confiscated her car after she was getting ready to leave the salon and getting her hair done. They swarm in on her and took the vehicle. Shirley is trying to say she don't know none of this stuff is going on, and I call bullshit. Now, Ernesto was arrested May 2022 while in possession, like I said, of the machine pow pow. All right, with the silencer. Did I just? I'm sorry, guys. All right, so now his side chick. We're gonna finish this because this is juicy, baby. When I saw this, I said, "Oh God." Let me badge in. This is crazy. I think Shirley might be facing some stuff too. She don't know it yet. Or she might know it. She might know it. That sun is bright. Jesus. All right, so since all of this has happened, and saying that rumors are swirling, and it said that Steve Harvey, of course, is embarrassed and humiliated by the scandal, which we all know he already had Shirley Strawberry to do the Strawberry letter to keep his name from being in the mess. Okay? Just to say, hey, I don't know Ernesto. Ernesto's not my friend. I did not this. I did not that. He was very, very detailed in that. He did not want nobody saying that he had any ties to Ernesto. Okay? He didn't want... Let me park over here. Yeah, let's park over here. Let's park over here. In the shade. Yeah, he didn't want nobody. He didn't want nobody saying that he knew nothing about no damn Ernesto. He wanted to be far away from the Shirley and Ernesto bullshit because he said he's embarrassed and humiliated when Ernesto was actually his friend. Did y'all know that? But Shirley got on in. Y'all remember she said in the Strawberry letter, no, you did not introduce us. I feel like that's something Steve told her to say because y'all know he has an image to uphold. Steve got a lot to lose. So if he can separate himself from Ernesto and all the stuff that he's being accused of to where people don't say, oh, but he was friends with Steve Harvey, that's what he's going to do. And he used Shirley Strawberry as a means to separate him from the bullshit. All right. Now, of course, y'all know Steve Harvey walked Shirley Strawberry down the aisle to marry Ernesto January 2015. All right. Now, since then, Shirley has recently filed for divorce from Ernesto. Okay, after paying for his attorney's fees and his commissary, causing her to be in financial straits, okay? Now, Ernesto is said to have violated 2 of his own daughters, like I said, at which he's not allowed to be in any contact with them. In addition to animals, he cannot be in any type of contact with animals because he did some crazy shit with that as well, all right? Now, Shirley's daughter has fully cooperated with police and even have given statements which sparked outrage with Ernesto, and even Shirley turned on her daughter and spoke negatively about her daughter to Ernesto. She actually ratted her daughter out to Ernesto to let Ernesto know that her own daughter went down and cooperated with police, all right? Which I thought was so stupid because you know how dangerous he is. If he's riding around with an automatic pow-pow, he could have anything done to your daughter because she's speaking out and cooperating after he's already violated her and possibly your granddaughter. So why on earth would you sit on a call and tell this man these things instead of protecting your daughter? And you have a lot of women that's like that. Be with these criminal-minded men and they choose them over their children, where they're trying to tell them, mommy, this person may have touched me inappropriately, and you do nothing about it because you're so in love with this person and protecting this person and trying to be ride or die. And that's what Shirley Strawberry was doing. Now, with the new 5 recent charges added to the 30 charges that Ernesto is already facing, of course, y'all know it doesn't look like he's going to be getting out. Now, they're saying that Shirley Strawberry could be investigated with new charges with Ernesto because now Erica King, which was the side chick to Ernesto, his co-defendant is what they call her, who was caught running a credit repair fraudulent company, says that Shirley Strawberry knew all about Ernesto's hustles. And she also says that she has turned against Ernesto and she is actually testifying against him as well. Okay, she's saying that Shirley Strawberry knew about everything that was going on. She's willing to testify against Shirley, and she's also going to be testifying against Ernesto. All right, and she's and she's trying to get less time. So she's doing that in a means to try to get less time. Now, Erica King told the Roswell Police Department that Ernesto's wife, Shirley, knew about all of Ernesto's illegal activity and that she covered for him, as well as she was fully aware of all of Ernesto's extramarital affairs, okay? Now, Ernesto and Erica King, of course, you guys know they stole over $1 million from victims in their credit scheme, okay? They was running around telling people they were going to fix credit. They've stolen up to $1 million, okay, from innocent people. Erica, of course, was the brains behind this particular fraudulent activity, okay? And they're saying that Ernesto's job was to finesse the women, which most of the victims were women, in terms of coming into the business to have their credit repairs, at which they did some crazy shit to their credit and stole their identities, okay? So they're saying that Shirley knew about it. And I feel, like I said, there's no way in hell that you could be married to this person and not know the shit that they're up to or that they're into. If he's been arrested 3 times, Ernesto's been arrested, you guys, in and out of jail since he was a teenager. This man is pressing 50 years old and still in and out of jail. So Shirley, you cannot sit there and tell me that you did not know what was up when you said in the video, Ernesto, you gotta handle your warrants. Like, you gotta do this. So you knew the shit that was going on. So now Erica King, the side chick, who's also arrested and facing prison time with Ernesto, his co-defendant, as they say, she is getting ready to be testifying and telling stuff that she knows about Shirley and her involvement in Ernesto's crimes. So that is the update on that. I will keep you guys updated on what is going on with that. If Shirley's going to be getting time, that's why she's doing all this crying. I think she ran to Steve because she knows that she's in a lot of trouble, and she's hoping that he can, in some way, shape, or form, help her out in terms of these charges. But I don't see it happening. If Erica's going to talk, and if these charges can stick, if they have any type of proof that she's connected to anything that Ernesto's been doing, then she is too going to go down with Ernesto. So that's all I have for you guys this morning. We will do a pop-in today. You guys enjoy your day. Thank you, Mods, for being here, doing an awesome job. Thank you, Caramelins, for being here and supporting the video. Love you guys all the way down. Be blessed and not stressed, and goodbye.